Hi guys, I'm Mike. Welcome back to the channel. I have another one for you today guys from my collection, but before I show you that, let's give you a quick wrist shot. Today I am wearing the Casio ProTrek PRW60T, the titanium bracelet ProTrek. This was a pickup from around about Christmas time, December time last year, and I got it for an amazing price. Amazon were doing an amazing deal on this. I got it for around about the 260 mark Canadian, so not too bad at all. When you can get something with titanium for that little money, you got to grab it. So anyway, ProTrek PRW60T. On with the review. So today guys, what I have for you is the Frogman, and this is the GW-201-6JF, aka Snake Eater, aka the Poison Frog. Just take a look at that beauty guys. I saw this years and years ago. It actually came out in 2001 and I was very late to this party. I didn't see this until I started collecting, which was 2010, and by then, you know, they were all bought up and you couldn't get them. They were really super expensive when you did see them, if you did see them, and I wasn't even after one. I just admired the pictures. Was able to reach to one in 2012, and I got this for, see, they go for around about the $7 to anything up to $1,500 I've seen. There's one on eBay right now for around about the 500 mark. It's dead, and these are not solar, so if you see one that's dead, I would tend to steer clear, because you don't know why it's dead. It may need more than just a battery change. Because these are not solar, they do require you to unscrew the case back and change the battery, which I have done on this one actually. But it's a beautiful watch, and if you can find one for I would say a decent price for these guys would be sub $1,000 now, just because they are old. Release date from 2001, so 19 years old now, and they do go for a lot cheaper than the 1,500 that I've seen one for on eBay. So yeah, you know, it's what you want to pay for it, to be honest. If you see one and you like it and you think the price is reasonable, then go for it. That's exactly what I do. So let's get into some specs with this guys. So it has the 2016 module. The only other Frogman that holds that module is the carbon fiber look GW201, and what makes this one specifically or particularly different and exclusive is the the dual tone color on the module. You see like a green at the top there with the standard module color, grayish module color there in the bottom half. Also, what makes this unique as well guys, for the GW201, is the fact that it has the word min inside the eye there. You see that? See if it'll focus. You can just about see it. This is the only Frogman that this actually comes on. It's the first frog which has a color changing design on the band and case, and it is a beauty in the sunshine guys. My lights here aren't picking it up properly. You can probably see a little bit of the shimmer of the purple, but in the right sunlight guys, this goes a purple, blue, you even see specks of green in there. It is a beautiful, beautiful Frogman, and if you're into the Frogman, this is one for the collectors. That asymmetrical shape, which is eccentrically placed on the band, just speaks to me. I just love the way it looks. I love the way it wears, and I am a Frogman collector. I do have a few in my collection, and I will be showing them. Everything from the 200 series right up to the D1000 series. So let me give you a quick wrist shot of this, guys, before we go into the specs. I do love my Frogman, and you will be seeing a lot more of the Frogman in my collection. I don't have, well, I have a few. Let's just put it that way. I have a few. Not as much as some, but more than others. And there it is, guys, on my 7 3/4 wrist. As you know, I like to wear my, as I've said before, if you don't know, I like to wear my watches a little bit on the loose side so that they don't stick to my wrist when I get sweaty. And there it is, guys, on my 7 3/4. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can see the color of the strap there differently to the color of the keeper. Little mark there on mine. Actually, it's just fluff. You know, the keeper is going to get the most wear and tear, so for it to be a nice flat blue color is good. If this was the same color as the actual color design on the strap, I think you'd see wear marks on there pretty quickly. So there it is, guys, on my 7 3/4 wrist. So the case is titanium, and the case back is titanium. It's a beautiful case there with the diving frog emblem on there. Talking of the case, it is 40mm. The case is 40mm. The height is 17mm. It's a chunky watch. All Frogman are chunky, guys. Not to be worn under the cuff, really, in the cuff of a shirt. You can, but it's bulky. I tend to wear mine with short sleeve shirts, so they don't have to hide under any cuffs. And the lug to lug. Now the lug to lug is funny on these, because the lug to lug, as in the conventional lug to lug measurement, is 30mm. But as you can see, that's not a true definition of the lug to lug if you're talking about fitment, because it doesn't actually hinge until around about this mark here in terms of how it would fit on your wrist. So lug to lug on paper is 30mm, but the truth of the matter is, if you're going via the fitment and how the lug to lug, because let's be honest, when we talk about lug to lug, we're talking about how it's going to fit on our wrists, right? So what you want is the true number of how it's going to fit on your wrist. The true number of this lug to lug fitment here is 55mm, guys. So that means it's going to be from there. If you got small wrists, this is really going to show your wrists up. I wanted to talk about that as well, guys, because if you do have small wrists, you know, the trend is to not go for a bigger watch, and by all means wear what you want. If you like a bigger watch, doesn't matter what size your wrist is, you wear exactly what you want. But I would say that where I get away with it, guys, and I'm going to show you this. So my wrist is 7 3/4, as I've said. It's not the biggest of wrists. I'm just going to wear this really loose to show you what I do. It's not the biggest, but it's by no means a small wrist. So if I had a small wrist, like 6.5 or sub 6 inch wrist, and I wore my watch higher up, you would definitely see that straight away. You'd notice how big that watch was because you're wearing it so high up your wrist. If you wear it a little bit closer to your hand, it kind of takes away from the size of the watch. Bearing in mind, this is 55mm across now, guys, and you can see on my hand it doesn't look too bad because it's worn down to my hand. I do have big hands, guys, paws in fact, and that has helped me get away with it. So if you've got small wrists and bigger hands, definitely you can feel more comfortable wearing a bigger watch, because if you wear it loose enough, it will slide down to your hand, so long as it's comfortable. I mean, it's got to be comfortable for you as well, guys. You know what, guys, do what you feel is good for you, but this is how I get away with a bigger watch. I mean, some of my watches are much bigger, and the Frogman, all Frogman wear big. Even this 200 series, the D series, D1000 series wears massive, and I can still get away with it because of my big hands and I wear it loose. So that's a little tip for you guys. And if you don't have bigger hands and you have small wrists and you still like a big watch, wear your watch, guys. You know, you can do what you want to do. It's completely up to you. The strap across the lug here is 20mm, tapers down to 10mm, so super comfortable. You know, tapering down to 10mm is gorgeous, but look at the thickness here, and that's 20mm. It's a bit exaggerated by the shape, but yeah, very comfortable to wear, guys. As I said, this is non-solar, so the battery will need to be changed. Tie case back and titanium case. Let's go through the modes, guys, because there's some funny things with this watch and the modes, and unless you've seen one before, you won't know. So this is standard time mode. Press the mode button. You get sights. Now sights is where you set your world time, sorry, your country code settings. Obviously mine's in Vancouver because that's where I am. Now ID. Now if you check this out, guys, I haven't seen a watch like this before. Casio do this quite a bit on their older watches. You could put your this is your ID, so you can put your name in there. That is credit card details. Credit card details in my Frogman? I think not. You also have emergency contact numbers, so you can put an emergency contact number in there. That may be good. I don't know if somebody looked for my emergency contact on my watch, but it could be good. This is one that made me laugh. Your passport details. You could put your passport number in your Frogman, guys. No, I'm not doing that. And your blood type. This watch just makes me smile, guys. I can have my blood type in this watch, and I have not done it, so that is not my blood type. But yeah, that's quirky if you ask me. And then back to name again. So that was ID. Very strange, very strange. So you can put your country code settings in, the ID as we just went through. This is the alarm setting, and it's on the signal at the moment, so you can turn the beeps on and off, the hourly chimes and that kind of thing. And it's got 3 alarms. I don't tend to use the alarms on this. If I do use an alarm, I use my phone. And timer, countdown timer. Stopwatch, and back to normal mode. The other thing I like about this watch, guys, is the illumination. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lights off for it because I think you will like what you see. Let's get it in focus. Are you going to focus for me? Oh, almost. There. There's a Frogman in the back there, guys. And I don't know if you heard that beep. I'll put the light back on just so I can show you what I'm talking about. So with that beep, guys, not that one, but with the light, if you press and hold the light, you see the auto went there. I'll press and hold it and get it back again. That auto, that's the auto EL. So what happens there is, if you're wearing the watch and you flick your wrist down, it illuminates. Off, on. So guys, if you can reach to this, if you can find one in good condition for not a lot of money in terms of what the Frogman go for, and I'm talking like anything sub $1,000 in good working order and everything is looking really good condition wise, I would say go for it if you really truly like this. I really do love the color, the way it shimmers, and this is going to be in my collection for as well. I can't see it coming out of my collection now that I've actually got one in good working order. So yeah, that was my G-Shock Frogman GW-201-6JF, the poison frog, aka snake killer. Guys, wear all of your timepieces in the best of health, and until next time, take care.